Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to share with you a truth that can transform everything in your life. It's simple yet profound. It's the realization that you don't have to carry it all. You don't have to have all the answers, all the strength, all the control, because you've got a partner in this journey who never wavers, never breaks, and never runs out of solutions. When you put everything in God's hands, something extraordinary happens. It's not about giving up. It's about tapping into a higher power that can move mountains, calm storms, and create miracles in the most unlikely places. Think about it. How much time and energy do we spend trying to figure it all out, trying to push through the struggles, control every outcome, and anticipate every challenge? But let me tell you, life wasn't designed for you to go it alone. When you surrender, when you release the weight of fear, doubt, and worry, you don't lose power. You gain clarity, purpose, and the kind of courage that only comes when you know you're not walking this path by yourself. Because here's the truth. God isn't just sitting in the heavens watching from afar. He's invested in you. He's in the details of your dreams, the battles you face, and the possibilities you haven't even dared to imagine. When you let him take the lead, you stop operating out of scarcity and start living in abundance. And no, this doesn't mean you sit back and wait for things to fall into place. It means you act boldly, knowing that you're not limited to your own resources. You partner with the creator of the universe, the one who knows what you need before you even ask for it. Suddenly, the impossible doesn't seem so impossible. Challenges don't intimidate you. Setbacks don't define you. You rise up because you're standing on a foundation that can't be shaken. You. So let me ask you, what are you holding on to today that you need to let go of? What fear, what pain, what dream feels too big for you to carry? Whatever it is, don't just hand it over, lay it down. Lay it down and trust that God's plans for you are greater than anything you could ever envision. Because when you put everything in God's hands, he puts peace in your heart, vision in your mind, and power in your steps. That's when you truly begin to live not in survival mode, but in a state of thriving, in a state of joy, and in a state of unstoppable momentum. The key to everything you're seeking, it's already here. It's not about doing more. It's about surrendering what was never meant to be yours to carry. Let it go, let God in, and watch what happens when you step into the flow of his grace. This is your moment. Trust it, embrace it, and know that with God in control, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Let's make it happen. Trusting in a higher power is like clearing the fog from your mind and soul when you place your faith in something greater than yourself, whether you call it God, the universe, or divine guidance. You release the need to carry the weight of every decision, every problem, and every outcome. That trust allows clarity to flow into your life because you no longer feel bound by the limits of your own understanding. Think about it. When we rely solely on ourselves, the pressure can become overwhelming. We worry about things that may never happen, agonize over choices, and exhaust ourselves trying to control what we simply can't. But when we trust a higher power, we shift our perspective. We acknowledge that there's a greater plan at work, one that we might not fully understand but can rely on. This trust frees up mental and emotional energy, helping us focus on what truly matters. Strength comes from this trust as well. It's not the kind of strength that comes from willpower or pushing through exhaustion. It's deeper. It's a quiet confidence that says, I am not alone. When we believe that we're supported by a power that knows what's best for us, we find the courage to face challenges head on. We stop reacting out of fear and start moving forward with purpose, knowing that even in setbacks, there's a lesson or a redirection leading us towards something better. Trusting in a higher power doesn't mean life will be without struggles. It means you'll face them with a clearer mind, a steadier heart, and the strength to keep going because you're not carrying the burden alone. It's the foundation for peace, resilience, and a life filled with meaning. Letting go of control isn't about giving up. It's about stepping into a greater level of freedom and action. When we try to control every aspect of our lives, we often find ourselves stuck in cycles of overthinking, fear, and frustration. We pour our energy into micromanaging outcomes, only to realize that many things in life are beyond our control. But here's the truth. Surrendering control doesn't mean you're weak or passive. It means you're wise enough to focus on what you can influence while trusting that the rest will fall into place. Letting go of control allows you to act with clarity and purpose. Instead of exhausting yourself by trying to control the uncontrollable, you start directing your energy toward what truly matters, your attitude, your decisions, and your effort. This shift frees you to take bold steps, knowing that you don't have to have all the answers up front. You become more adaptable, more creative, and more resilient because you're not paralyzed by the need for perfection or certainty. Surrendering control also empowers you to trust the process. When you stop obsessing over the how, you create space for unexpected opportunities and solutions to appear. You begin to see challenges as stepping stones rather than barriers because you're no longer relying solely on your own strength. This isn't about sitting back and waiting for life to happen. It's about moving forward with confidence, knowing you're supported by a higher power. By letting go, you're not giving up on your goals. You're giving up the need to force them. This is where true power lies, in aligning your actions with trust, faith, and purpose. That's when you find momentum, clarity, and a sense of peace that drives you to achieve more than you ever thought possible. When God is involved, challenges in life take on a whole new meaning. What once felt like insurmountable obstacles can become opportunities for growth, transformation, and even blessings. It's not that the challenges disappear, it's that God shifts your perspective, equipping you to see them in a different light and use them for a greater purpose. God's involvement brings hope into even the darkest moments. When we face struggles alone, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and defeated, but when we invite God into our circumstances, we're reminded that we're not limited by our own strength or resources. He has the power to work through any situation, no matter how difficult it may seem. What we view as a setback, God can use as a setup for something greater. God can reveal what's truly the state of affairs. That in darkness before sunrise, you see the little earthly figures stood there in a line, coated in purple versus indigo. Take a moment to reflect on this. Some of the biggest breakthroughs in life come from the hardest challenges. Why? Because challenges push us to grow, to lean into God's guidance, and to trust His plan. They strip away our comfort zones and force us to rely on something bigger than ourselves. And as we trust, God often reveals opportunities we couldn't have seen on our own. Opportunities to grow in character, deepen our faith, and discover new paths we didn't know existed. Moreover, God's involvement gives purpose to pain. Challenges aren't just random occurrences, they're part of a larger story. When you trust Him, even the messiest situations can become testimonies of resilience and faith. He has a way of turning obstacles into opportunities to bless others, teach us, and prepare us for what's next. With God, challenges don't have the final say. They become the groundwork for new opportunities, fresh perspectives, and a stronger, more faithful you. Surrender is often misunderstood as weakness, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful choices we can make. When you surrender, you aren't giving up on your dreams or goals. You're letting go of the struggle to control every detail and trusting that there's a greater force working on your behalf. This act of surrender opens the door to true abundance and peace. When you stop holding on so tightly, you create space for blessings to flow into your life. Imagine trying to catch water in a clenched fist. It's impossible. But when your hand is open, it can hold far more than you imagined. Surrender works the same way. By releasing the need to control, you allow God's plans, which are far greater than your own, to unfold. Abundance doesn't just mean material wealth. It's the richness of love, joy, purpose, and fulfillment that comes when you align with a higher power. Surrender also brings peace, peace that surpasses all understanding. The constant worry and anxiety of trying to make everything perfect begin to fade. Instead of being consumed by what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, you can rest in the assurance that you are guided and supported. This peace allows you to focus on the present moment rather than obsess over the unknown. What's truly remarkable is that surrender doesn't mean you stop working or striving. It means you act with trust and faith, knowing that you're not alone in the process. When you surrender, you trade fear for faith, chaos for calm, and scarcity for abundance. You begin to live with the confidence that everything you need will come in its perfect time, and that confidence transforms the way you approach life. Surrender unlocks abundance, peace, and the freedom to truly thrive. Living with faith is like tapping into an unstoppable force that propels you forward no matter what challenges come your way. Faith isn't just a passive belief. It's an active, powerful mindset that transforms how you approach life. When you live with faith, you unlock a momentum that keeps you moving, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or difficult. Faith gives you confidence. It allows you to step into the unknown with the assurance that you're guided and supported by a higher power. You don't have to see the entire path to take the first step. That belief in something greater than yourself fuels your actions, empowering you to keep going when others might give up. Faith reminds you that your efforts are never wasted and that everything is working together for a purpose, even if you can't see it yet. Living with faith also helps you bounce back from setbacks. Challenges no longer feel like dead ends, but rather detours that teach you, strengthen you, and refine you. Faith shifts your perspective, turning obstacles into opportunities to grow. With this mindset, you don't stay stuck in fear or doubt. You push forward, trusting that the best is yet to come. Momentum grows when faith leads the way because faith inspires action. It fuels courage to take risks, try new things, and chase dreams that seem impossible. It silences the voice of fear and replaces it with hope. And hope is powerful. It ignites creativity, resilience, and a determination to keep moving forward. When you live with faith, you align yourself with purpose, positivity, and possibility. That alignment creates a ripple effect, driving unstoppable momentum in every area of your life. Faith isn't just a belief, it's a force that changes everything.